Welcome back, friendly ghosts. 4-0, baby. 4-0. Got the chip. Everybody's feeling really lovely. And first things first. I mentioned that I wanted to finish Dragoon around June the 7th. But a lot of things have changed since I said that. The Super DBZ came a lot earlier than expected, but besides that, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm basically almost done with it. The part that I just did is it ran into a bit of technical difficulties. So I was planning for that to go up a few days earlier, but you know, sometimes things don't pan out the way they're supposed to. So that's working up in the lab. It's probably not going to turn out so hot. So yeah, what can you say? Plan a game that we all like. Oh, and no, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think of something else. Yeah, I'm very, very close to finishing Dragoon. Just need to finish editing some stuff because ran into a bit more difficulties than I expected it to run through, so that held it up for a bit. And as soon as I get that up, and as I'm using this to test some things to try to see if I can make things better, then the next part should be the finale. So that's how close we're in. Then the next two parts will be the finale. And yeah, just let's run one of the new modes that I put in before. I have like the main game, and then I put in like, this is like a quick access towards what would happen at the end of the game. Where at the end of the game, after you beat like the final bosses, you get a wish. So I decided, hey, why not just put it in the beginning and test some things. So I wish for more, would you go back and finish more of the main game and do some extra stuff. Wish to travel, that'll be like an extra Oregon Trail type of thing, where it's like a kind of not, it's like a giant maze, and there's multiple levels that you can go through, and you have to get to one side or the other before your health drains down, you know, with poison. So yeah, that's the idea for that. I haven't actually done much of it. But let's just check it out. Even though it's not finished in any sort of way, so you're just gonna have to back out of it. So this would be wishing for travel. It's not complete in any sort of way. There's nothing even in here. It's just open space at this point. Man, you haven't realized, but she runs extremely slow. So this would be a maze, and she would be poisoned at this point, but I haven't actually implemented any of those ideas into this level. So, and I'm not even sure exactly how I want it to be, because it's a bit of a tougher task to try to make a game out of just running around and having no fighting whatsoever. My expertise come in trying to handle fighting sort of system or balancing things out, and this is clearly not that. So yeah, I would have to really figure out how I would want this. I feel like a mode like this would need more NPCs and people that you have to converse with to actually immerse yourself and be aware of what you need to do. I feel like you would need a lot more world activity to spur you on, and it's clearly something that I don't want to do because the typing in this game is very, very challenging. It's not like just normal typing. You have to, it's like typing on an old flip phone except less shortcuts than even that. So you have to type it one by one, and it's, oh my god. I'm sorry for giving you that nightmare. Yeah, I have to live through it. So I wonder if I can actually go up on this next level tier up here. I should be able to, yeah. Because I didn't finish this yet, so you could just take this shortcut up here and just take a take a view of everything. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever finish this, but yeah, it's a cool idea. It's just not yet realized. Is there anything else to say about this other than I really love Oregon Trail? That's one thing that this game really misses. It really misses having animals in this game. There aren't any animals, and there aren't any yeah, that's pretty much it. There aren't any animals. That's really a big bummer. That would really help this come to life a bit. If I could just put like some random goats wandering on a lower level and you know, mix it up a bit. So yeah, that's this. It's not much I can do here. So let's go for another wish. Play. Just hold X to skip through all of this. How have you guys' weeks been? I had the strangest day yesterday. Strange in a good way. I felt like I was superhuman. It started off where I saw this girl and like her family or people associated with her in front of a store. They were selling cookies and cakes for some sort of charity, I would presume. I walked right past them the first time because there was a lot of people by, and I just didn't want to be bothered. But when I came back around, I helped them out a bit, so that was cool. I was a bit more generous than I needed to be, so let's just say that. And yeah, so I helped her out a bit with her charity little thing. Then there was like this homeless dude like right on the side. I bought like a lemon cake. Then I went to this homeless dude. He was like nearby, and I was like, "Hey, you want this cake?" You know, he was like, "No, cool." He's like, "Actually, I have a whole meal up over here." And he had this basket. It was just filled from bottom to top. It was filled. It was like a storage in the basket. He's like, "I got a meal in here somewhere." I was like, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it, man." He's like, "Don't worry about it, man." Had that little country voice and like, "Don't sweat it, man. Oh, thanks for offering." I was like, "Well, okay, man." I gave him that. He's like, "Okay, cool. Like, thank you." It was like, "Bless your heart." And I was like, "Hey, anytime, bruh. Anytime." So it was a cool exchange, and you know, I think he was happy that somebody was at least being nice. I don't know how you would put it, but he seemed cool, and he seemed to appreciate it. So that was good. Wish for closure. I think that's wishing for the end of the game, which I didn't put in. My idea for this would just be a bunch of flashcards and still pictures. But there aren't any still pictures in this game for the character types that I am using. Now, if you go back, remember something that I said earlier about the game seeming to have this sort of, you know, thing going on with certain, screw it. The game just doesn't have a lot of skin diversity, okay? It's for stills and for the characters. I'm not saying that this game is like, you know, racist or bigotry or anything like that, but there's clearly some sort of thing going on here. You know, if you look through all of the class types, they're all usually light-skinned, blonde hair, or, you know, Asian mold, black hair. You're all usually light-skinned, alright? And there's a few darker skins in there, but there's usually like only one class every so few. However, and they're usually like in the fourth or third package, like well beneath. You have to scroll through to click on them. Once you get to the thief class, and like the crook class, the first option is a dark-skinned character. And once you get to the warrior classes, like the queens and the kings and the princesses and princes, they're all light-skinned, and the only darker skin option is the blue-colored character. Okay, so that's what I was saying when I said that this game had something going on. Is I don't know. But speaking of what is closer? Oh yeah, I didn't do closer. I wish to punish great enemies. That's the one I actually been working on lately. That we're going to get to that. Wish to travel more. I wish for more. That's just going back to the main game. So we'll wait here before I finish this little talk. So yeah, I was I was looking for stills to match the characters that I'm using, because the characters I'm using are in the game, and I wanted to like do some cool stuff with the still pictures, and you know, add a little extras that I couldn't possibly do with the game engine. And as I'm going through the still pictures, there aren't almost any character diversity types that match the character that I'm using. Only Q right here. There's no portrait still picture of any character looking even remotely like her. The best thing I could find was like 2 characters who even remotely came close to matching her. I was like this one lady with like a hood over her head, and this other with like her hair like laid down a bit. And then, believe it or not, the other option is the thief class. And I think those are the only 3 that match the character that I'm using, with the skin matching her. So there isn't any character type that matches her for still pictures, so I can't exactly use anything that would, you know, fit. So that's why I haven't done Risk for Closure yet, or edited any sort of thing with that, and plus I just didn't get to it. But that's the whole story behind that. Let's try this new edition that I've been working on. Haven't finished it yet, but gotten a decent way through. Yeah, when I was first going through the list, I started to notice a pattern, and I said, wait a minute, wait a minute. And I went through every single character type, and I went through all the classes. 1, 2, 3, there's 4 classes. 4. Then I start going to the thief class and the quick class and all the negative classes. And the first option in dark skin, and then they'll have like another dark skin, and then another dark skin. I'm like, what? Hold up. What the hell is going on here? So, yeah, it's just, I don't think that it's really meant to be. I don't know what to think, but it's there. So this is like a survival thing, where what's the best thing that I could use that would compare this to? So basically what this is, after you beat the game, you go to this mode where you can punish great enemies. And what you would be doing is you would prepare at the camp here, at your campsite, or you can go and you can recruit. You could go see their challenges, or you could go recruit. And then after that, you would go to a different island in which you would go through a series of challenges. There's like a first gate, and then you can choose your path to like a single fight or a group fight, and then after that you fight the boss of the level. And there's multiple levels, and after every boss fight you go sent back to your camp, and you can recover, get a special item or a recovery item, and you can sleep through the night. But depending on what you do, whoever you recruited will either leave or do something to your stats, your inventory, not your stats, your inventory. And then you could have to decide how you want to recruit and prepare for the next level. And so basically that's what I'm going for, is like you prepare for the boss fight, and then depending on how you prepared for it, there will be repercussions for it, and then you have to go and you can decide which way you want to handle the next one. Also being requirements for how you recruit. So I have the knight here, I have the shinobi over here, and the magic lady only appears at night, so you can't actually retrieve her yet, and you have to do like multiple. It's a bit harder to get her. I might change a lot of these, so this is just here for her now. So he won't join you yet, so you have to use her. But with her, the thing is, you have to lose the fight in order for her to join, to keep her pride up high. And that's the only way to actually join you. And what that sets up is that since you're losing the fight, you're losing HP for the raid, so you're losing her as a valid option for your what's the word I'm looking for? For your trip. I was so stuck on the word to use. So that's that. And he won't join unless you bring him some camp supplies. Camp supplies are what you would get after every boss fight or after a certain events trigger. And what those would be was this thing over here. But no, not that. That's like a. This is what you would get after a certain events trigger. It's basically like just a lucky box. Doing certain things will trigger the amount of values it has, and some things will raise the value up, some things will lower the value down, but each time you use it, the value goes to a point where there's nothing that you can reach, so you can only use it once, and then you have to trigger something else for it to be active again. So let's try it out. I feel like on that light you can actually level up here. Each time you go through a level, you can actually level up. You can only get one level though. You either get more HP, 1 HP, or you can train a heavy skill. Train heavy skill, and I'll use it for night. And let's say training the body would actually give you a level, and it would give you more HP and MP. But we're going to just unlock her special move here. You have the clean slate, and then she has the clean slate mastered, which uses magic, which is more efficient. So it just gives her more options. And we're actually going to give her one of these so she can refill and use that magic multiple times. I'm going to give this to One. And the team function of this game, we're going to set up One to sit in the back and let the knight be kind of our bruiser up top. So yeah, I designed this, or what's the word you could use for this? Forget, because I didn't design, or it's already a game. I built this. Even that sounds wrong because I put this together, okay, to be mostly one-on-one action. The team function of this kind of makes you overpowered, so that still needs balancing. And I did adjust that somewhat. But I feel like the main thing I need to do is make sure that you could only have 2 people in your party at the same time, or at max 3, but mostly 2, and have 3 be a rare occasion. Because what's her strategy? Her strategy would be stealing somebody with a death wish to make them weak physically and slow them down. And that allows you to hit higher with physicals. What was I talking about? So he's recovering his magic, which hits 2 just about every time. So we really needed One to stay alive to protect us from magic. Or just hit a crit. That works. What was I talking about? Group challenge or seek a power provider. We'll seek a powerful fighter for now. You know, One, she's basically, she should be dead. So she's probably gonna pop out. Yeah, she popped out. Oh yeah, since he's like, you know, licking the ground, we could give this stuff to the big lady. So maybe you can kind of see what I'm going for here. You can't go wrong with starting off with the Death Wish. That's like her main strategy. It almost always hits, and slowing somebody down is like a top tier strategy in this game. If you slow them down, then you take away a lot of their game plan. Poison, oh that's... okay, that's tough. Yeah, one-on-one this game is pretty... almost addictive. But it's challenging in a challenging way. But in a group fight, you get a sense of being overpowered quite a bit. So let's just counteract that. And we should get some HP back on a good hit. Continue the punishment or return to campfire. We're going to return, because this is basically a checkpoint. So you go through that for the check to return to the, you know, the checkpoint. And not yet. Oh, poison. Oh, that's not good. So since we've done a few actions, we can actually get more stuff from the supply box. And we got a good, that's a good one. It's a pretty good one. Let's get it off of her. Get resurrection. Over here. Give all of these her. Let's see, keep that one. Okay. Let's heal up. No, we'll heal once we get back. Okay, maybe we should heal right now. Oh well, we'll make it. A turn. Okay, mashing. and on to the boss fight. But let's heal one more time. Let it tick us one more time, because I believe it only hits you for a certain amount before it wears off. So you usually want to wait it out until you absolutely have to use it. So let's go into this. Boss fight number 1. I boosted up their values in health, and to try to make up for it being, you know, attack team mode, so they have a lot more health. I'm talking like between 15 to 20 to 50 to 80 to eventually get to the 90s, and I think even the hundreds. So yeah, team fights are kind of necessary towards the end. We want to... They both hit magic, so it's no good. So we kind of want to get a lot of health back. Ouch. Probably dead. Ouch. That poison really makes a difference. Makes a big difference. So we don't have any heals. Let's just try to beat it out of him. Nice. Then we're gonna slow the other guy down. It's a free move after all. Okay. And darn, when they're in crit, you usually want to hit them because it means that you're guaranteed a hit no matter what. Nice. So now we're guaranteed hits, which means it's probably dead. Good. Uh-oh. Wow, got lucky. Oop. Please hit. Not enough. Oh, that's tough. Gotta hit above a 4. Ooh, that's tough. That poison really made a difference. That was the difference between winning this fight and losing it. That and losing on A because he only had 1 HP, because I had to use it to recruit. So that's kind of what I'm going for. In order to give something, you have to give something. Did I say that right? In order to obtain something, you have to give something. So I actually do have a save on that mode, I believe. I'm not sure where I'm at, but we'll check it out. 1 hour in. Wow, 1 hour. Alright. Not sure where we're at in this. Oh, poison too. Okay. Oh, there's like a glitch here. He appears at night, and Shinobi disappears at night. But if you press square to go to the menu, then for some reason it resets. It resets all the values to daytime, and so he disappears, and the Shinobi reappears. But only since the Shinobi is not supposed to be there, you can't interact with him, and you can't interact with her because her placement isn't there. So that's a weird glitch, and I'm not sure how to rectify that. So I'm kind of, let's just talk to her first, and then we'll press square. So this is how you will recruit her. Yeah, I could probably touch that dialogue up a bit more. I could spruce it up a bit, but you know, starter package. Alright. So that actually brings everybody back to life, I guess. Which is weird, but we'll check it. Can I actually recruit this guy? I can. Still probably the most OP character so far. But I did give him a few extra nerfs. I did give him a few extra. I took away a lot of his speed options and his dodging options, and I took away the values of status effects from him, like slowing somebody down. Still have instant kill on for him. Only somebody feels uneasy. Oh yeah, that's his like repercussion of recruiting him. Aside from giving up your camp supplies to him, he wears down after a certain amount of time, and eventually when his time expires with you, he decides to take action into his own hands. That's a good way to put it. So yeah, we have 3 members right now, which means we're probably overpowered for everything. But it may be necessary for dealing with the boss, depending on which boss we're on. Wow, he did that so slow. Oh, that's because I took swiftness off of him. So he's not as fast. It's not as fast. No, it's not as fast. But he's leveled up, so he's doing more. I think she's the only character who I have the level up actually building her stats. I have it build her strength like once per level, and nobody else has that benefit, so I think that makes her kind of overpowered. So I might have to take that away. She can group fight. Let's see. if I can speak. Seek powerful fighter. So yeah, what do you guys think? I think it's kind of cool. I mean, this definitely beats playing something like I can't think of anything. But it's definitely cool to like just sit down and just talk for a bit, talk about nothing and just kick back. This is why I like this. There's no pressure at all. And it could be practically something new each time after you play it. Yeah, I think she needs to have that a part of her level taken down. Ooh. I didn't know that he could hit AoE. I did not know that. Okay, let's use his cheap stuff. Crap, forgot. Crap, and I don't have his lucky plus, which means this is a gamble. It's a gamble because you usually need, if you have a value set to 1, then chances are it's going to do between 0 and 1. If you have value set to 2, it's going to do between 1 and 2. If you have value set to 5, it's going to be between 4 and 5. So his lucky ones heals 1. So it's going to be between 0 and 1 chance that it's going to actually do anything. And I got lucky. I got lucky. I think C has the other one because I gave nope. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. C can actually attack from back here. C doesn't have to discard. This prick would stop dodging. That would be appreciated. Oh my god, this freaking wolf is dancing on us, man. So let's use this cheap stuff. Nope, wrong one. Ah, god, I gave it to the wrong person. Okay, well, C's gonna have to do it. Just finish this guy. Nice. Okay, he's on his heels. Crap. Because I gave it to the wrong person. So yeah, I think Shinobi, he actually took quite a nerf. The nerf of the nerfs to make him somewhat balanced and somewhat of a glass cannon. Alright, finish this guy. Piss in his oatmeal. He was actually a lot tougher than I thought. Then again, I didn't use the death wish on him. Let's go to campfire. Why not? see what we got in the lucky box. Should be something good, hopefully. And we got the same stuff. I wonder what's going on with that. Return. Oh, I should have helped out at what? Yeah. I should have went to the recruit and helped out with the freaking quest to recruit the lady. Alright, well, let's sort these out. Let's use this on her. Yeah, in the menu, it always heals no matter what. It always does the proper value. But in the actual gameplay, that's when the chances start to happen. But here, it always heals at 1. So, let's just get our guy back. Let's get him back. Get him back in here. Alright, we're good to go. Use the cheap stuff. Okay, now we can see how cheap he is now. Let's just let him do his thing first. Okay, he can still dodge. Still hits like a little girl. Okay. I just want to see if he can actually be hit. And it doesn't look like he's going to get hit. But he definitely isn't as fast as he used to be. Still fast as heck. Okay, I need to take that away. I need to take away that slow right there. Need to get that out of here. Let's take him down. Poison him. Yeah, right. He barely even moved. How? Yeah, okay. I'm not exactly sure how I should try balancing this dude out, because he gets hit once, then it's game over. But he usually rarely gets hit. So I feel like I need to put him on a bit of a timer. If I could, I would edit it so that the effects of this move don't last like 10 freaking turns, but you can't edit that. You can't And so it leaves me with this sort of, where do I go from here? So I feel like I should limit his healing resources. I have its healing resources set at 40. And maybe I should bring it down to 20. Maybe I should bring it down to 20. And the thing is, would 20 be enough to get him through an entire game? Even though he can, like, boost himself to get more items. I feel like 20 would be good. It would be good. But I don't think it would be enough. So yeah, all of that was because we managed to put slow on him. Without slow, that would have been a completely different game. Slow is a lot more powerful than it actually appears to be. I thought it was one of the weaker status effects, but it's actually pretty top tier. So just call it a day. So yes, he's the easiest one to get, but he leaves after every campfire. 3 heals. I also need to probably lower that, but I think this mode will be fine as long as I limit it to 2 people instead of 3. If I can somehow figure a way to do that. Oh, but yeah, that's pretty much this mode, or whatever you want to call it. It's different. It's a lot more in your face and less traveling and just more planning around things. I feel like I need to take away. Okay, there's 2 things I need to take away. The boosting of status effect. It's boosting of stats. Base stats when leveling up for the green chick. And okay, 3 things. Lower the amount of parties you can have to 2 primarily, and have it where if you recruit one person, then the others leave, and you recruit another person, then the others leave, and make sure that it's 2 primary. And unless under special conditions, if I can find some way to, do that, it shouldn't be too hard, but it's probably going to be tedious. And the 3rd thing is to freaking nerf that freaking ninja one more time, because he still seems kind of OP, because he could dodge anything and everything, and he could slow people down, and that's a big advantage, that he's so fast. He can dodge, he can make people slow, he's hitting you the entire time. The thing is that for a single player campaign, using him would actually be relatively it would relatively make him average to slightly above average. But having him on a team as a teammate makes him over the top. So maybe I just need to heighten the consequence for recruiting him, increase the cost, and limit the amount of time that he stays with you. I already tried to do that, but I think I need to heighten it, or at least just heighten the cost of it all around. Yeah, just in general, take away more of the slowing status effects, because that is top tier and it really changes the outcome of an encounter. If I adjust these 4 or 5 things, then I feel like the game will be balanced from every aspect, from top to bottom. And yeah, then this would be no more nerfs. I definitely don't plan on buffing anybody. I think everybody is where they should be. I think everybody is fairly capable. I haven't tested the freaking magic lady yet, so I haven't gotten to use her in this mode yet, so that's an entirely different chapter of its own. We'll see. Let's get into one more fight. Let's train skills. Let's Dione and boost her as a boost is a buff to give her an extra attack. And this is a level up. I don't know what she has, but let's go for the boost. So it should change each time, but it's stuck on this guy. Whatever. I only have like 3 set for that first door. Do the cheap stuff. Wow, he actually got hit. And there was nothing I could do about that. Oh, what did I... Disadvantage. I don't know what this does. It costs health to use. Ouch. Ouch. But it lowered his attack power. His physical, but not his magic. But I can counter that because I got magic defense. Starting, so this freaking jerk. You know what? We're going to finish this. I have to say, it's a cool feeling when you put together a string of abilities that you sometimes forget about, and they come together and they combo into making the enemy completely helpless. It's a certain satisfaction that brings. That makes you say, that just feels right. From one of the weakest characters, you know? These are alright. These are alright. But yeah, she's still about to lose. Yeah, his thing wore off. Oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll come back to this game eventually. I'll try to get Dragoon done. I'm gonna get that next part out. Between sometime this week. The main holdup is I just haven't been feeling like editing it. That's been the main holdup. I don't feel like editing it, so I'm just like editing it like 5 to 10 minutes at a time and going through it, and I'll finish it eventually. I'll finish getting through it eventually. One of these days I'm just gonna go all the way through it. I just want to play the game. I don't want to edit it, and you know, it's so much to edit. I'm hoping as it goes further along in the video that there are less errors to correct. That's what I'm hoping for, that as I go further into the editing process, that there is less that I have to actually do, and I can just let it rock and just put it up, and then I can play it again, and then I can have fun. I don't have to worry about it, and I want to play the game. I don't, but the editing process is a killer. It's a killer, bro. Don't trip, dude. Watch me do a flip, dude. Peace be with. Always remember to smile. Oh, I didn't finish telling the story. I didn't finish telling my story. Oh yeah, so I helped out these. Okay, I helped out these this people with this charity thing. I bought a cake for them, offered it to a homeless guy. He's like, nah. He's like, nah, man, I'm cool. I got my own meal up in this basket somewhere. And he's like, he gave me dab. I gave him dab. I'm like, peace out. And then I gave the cake to my mom, and she liked it. And it was all good. Watch this video. Look at how the quality is for this video. Actually doesn't look, yeah, it looks bad. It looks like one of the old videos I used to upload. Just imagine, this is time. This is the time that this was in. 2002, 2004. This was considered decent quality. I don't know, I'm just making that up. But I just noticed how freaking it looks on my TV, and I've never seen anything look like this on my TV. Soul Edge doesn't look like this. So back to my story. Yeah, I helped out the lady at the charity place. Then I was like, man, that made me feel really good. So I like, man, I feel like I could go back out and I could just get a good exercise in. So I went to the park and I got some shots up, and I swear to you not, I was on the championship high. I was making every single shot I put up. I was throwing it without looking at the rim, sniffing my armpit. I was just, everything dropped through the net, nothing but net, and it was good. It was great. It was great. It was like as if I hadn't missed a beat, and I haven't been up there in like a month, and everything was just and this dude and his kid or little brother or whoever, they come up there. They usually go up there and they practice, and he's like teaching him, and you know, he's giving him some tough love. But I give him the court. I don't want to get him between them, you know, their practice. So I just sat on the sideline. I sat down for like 30 some minutes waiting for them, just trying to not look like I'm trying to rust them off the court, just to give them some, you know, privacy time to do what they have to do. So then these two other kids come to the park and they start playing baseball in the grass like behind me, and they kept hitting the ball, and the ball kept flying on the court, and I kept tossing it back, you know, trying to not get in the way of those people, the dad and this kid practicing. And one of these times they hit the ball over the fence into like this busy 4-lane street, and it was like, oh, well, we should get it, boost me up. And it was climbing up the hill and about to jump over the gate to go into this busy street to get it. I was thinking to myself, like, man, they can handle it. Like, they're not going to actually go into the street. And you know, it's like, man, this is kind of ruffling me up on the inside. Like, I'm like the big figure here, you know. I'm like the big brother figure here. Like, maybe I should step up and I should, you know, add some big brotherly wisdom to these kids. Like, maybe I should actually step in between. You know, I'm a stranger to them, but I know better, and I know this like big brother instincts just popped up inside me. But then on the other side of like, man, I'm just like some stranger, this old stranger who's just up here playing basketball. Nobody knows. It will be freaking people who start to talk if I just, you know, start trying to just help these kids out or talk to them about something. And so I'm like, man, maybe I'll just do nothing, just mind my own business. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna mind my own business, pretend like I don't notice anything. They thought wrong. But then they started trying to boost themselves over the fence, and I was like, man, it's like a countdown going in my head, like 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds between I made my final decision. Like, if the countdown got too low, it would be too awkward for me to do anything. So it was got like 5 seconds, 3 seconds, and like, freaking I stood up. Like, hey, you guys, hey, I'm going to get the ball for y'all. And they're like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, I'll get the ball. And they're like, where is it at? And the point is, it was like deadlock in the middle of the street. And this busy street, cars zooming past everywhere, like 60 miles per hour. And I was like, man, what am I getting myself into? Like, but man, I can't let them do this. Like, man, what will people say if I just let these kids go out? They get hit by a car, you know? So I jumped the fence. I'm waiting for a clear path to sprint into the middle of the 4-lane busy street, grab the ball, locate it, rush back. And it was like, for whatever reason, the entire street just emptied for a good 15 to 30 seconds. There's not a car in sight. Like, came into a desert. I went in the street, snatched the ball up, sprinted out of the street because I have bad luck. I don't like crossing the street under any circumstances. I hate crossing the crosswalk. You know those that they have for pedestrians to cross by, like red light, green light, you can walk, or red light, and stop. Or I never got it because when I was a kid, when it was at the green light, it would say, hey kids, you should go walk on by these cars during the green light. And that confused me because I was like, wouldn't it be a smarter thing if we would cross the street on the red light when the cars aren't moving? And that was my thought process. Like, wouldn't that be a much more preferable plan for success? But as I'm older, I'm starting to see like, hey, red light, you can cross now, you can walk on by. So now I'm kind of confused, like where should I start walking at? The red light, the green light? I just say screw it, I don't even bother. I try to go around, I wait for the cars not to be crossing, then I sprint across, I go into like a middle section, then I wait it out, I camp it out, and I sprint across the next part of the street. It's like, this is a lot safer than putting my faith in these freaking lights. I was like, hell yeah. So the place I used to live at, there was like a lot of old people behind the rail. These freaking old senior citizens driving these freaking Mahal Majal Dodge Vipers with 700,000 horsepower. Do you know how freaking nerve-wracking that is to try to cross the street with these freaking senior citizens with their arthritis enlaced toenails on a gas pedal? You imagine trying to build up the nerve to try to walk across them. You can see their whole body shaking. They're knowing that at any second, an arthritis attack could pull their feet down and they could floor it on a gas pedal, and then that's it. That's your kneecaps, it's your legs, your hips. It's done. It's over with. At any second. So I build it. I always got nervous from crossing the street because I lived where a lot of senior citizens were, and I just could never put my trust in going anywhere near these. I don't hate senior citizens. I know that they could drive, but come on, man. I like to put my best foot forward, and I try to live as long as I can. I try to stay on a higher percentage of luck and possibilities here, and that just doesn't seem like a good way to succeed in life. So I went and got the ball, snatched it up, ran back, jogged up, climbed over the fence, darn near broke my hip, gave them the ball back, and they were grateful. They was like, hey, thanks. Like, yeah, I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. And it was like, hey mister, you wanna play some baseball with us? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. I would be too, it would look too, it's not a good look, man. Like, no, I'll just play some basketball by myself, and I'm good. So that was that. I potentially saved these two kids' lives from getting struck by senior citizens driving these Hyundai sports riders. I donated to charity, dapped it up with a homeless dude. It was good times, man. It was a good day. I feel like I earned a lot of good juju. So yeah, it was good. It's good. I feel like I went out of my way to do a lot of stuff that I didn't have to do at all. And for some reason, doing good stuff, good things, helps bring a smile to my face. It makes it easier for me to smile. I know I say to always remember to smile a lot, but I only say it because I forget a lot. And doing good things and helping other people out, it helps me smile because I feel like I have nothing to regret. Nothing at all to regret or look back on and say, man, I should have done something different. And so yeah, I was cheesing throughout the rest of the day. I was like, hey, I saved these two kids' lives. I donated to charity at a healthy donation. I dapped it up with a homeless dude, I got some homeless credit going on, I was like, yeah, today is a good day. So it was easy to smile, and of course I maintained my shooting touch. I was still hitting shots, and I was in good health after I finished practicing, and I walked home and everything just went pretty smooth. Then I got back home and I checked on this chick that I was talking to, and she blocked me for no reason. She blocked me, and I was sucked. But nah, she did block me, but I don't consider that part of the day. That's a side mission over there. I don't even care. All around, it was a good day. Good juju's. Hopefully, still inbound. And yeah, hopefully you guys have good days as well. So may peace be with. Always remember to smile, and adios, Bosh. Sorry for that long epilogue. Something is just like talking life sometimes. Just have to get it out of the system. Peace. You guys are pretty cool. Pretty cool ghosts, if I say so myself.